on the tish pendant. Then from there, I click enter. I hit the program more, and now I program 5. Then, so I will want to get now I get under the end of the program. Then I'm trying to add an instruction by click on the tish pendant. Then from there, I will move it by hitting the deadman switch. Then from there, the next step is then in order to go through the program, I will have to go through clear fault by holding the deadman switch. Then I click reset. I click on. Then I click shift button down. Now I'll hit 4. Then I hit once more. Now the next step is processing. At that time, I'm only at 10% speed. So what I will do is I will hit the button to increase the speed. Then I click increase the speed. And now the robot will move more faster than before. By click now it picks up the circle and places it on the bottom of on the top of the box. So the next point is that I will hit the coaster back to its original place. And I do that in the tish pendant. But in order to bring the coaster back, I will have to bring the whole coaster to its original position. So the next step is that if I will want to pick it up again, I will have to click end. The end of the program. And from there edit to the next step, which it will be holding shift and then you go down Z minus. That will make the robot move to its by backing up a little bit more. Then the next step is that the robot will have problems to go like that. If I don't move it, the problems will have problems to go far back down. So then next step, I click the down button to go down. Then I take the coaster again, and from that place, from that point, the next step will be that I just pretend that I picked it up from there, but because it had some type of error at that time. So then the next step is that I hit the add waypoint. Then I added another waypoint so it could mark the point from that point. So next step is that I will have to pick up the coaster from that point. Then add new instruction. So then I add waypoint, and then now I will turn the vacuum on, which is under IO's menu. From that point, we know it is 2IO3. And then from there, I go to IO and type 3 to specify. And then hit enter. From that point, we're down the coaster, and I will turn the vacuum coaster on. and then from there which tells me that I turned it I turn it on and normally goes up. From that point, the robot moves up some. Then I move the robot by pressing positive Z. Then I stop there. Then I will add that point. Then I will add move point, and then I will pick in place. From that point, I will use linear. Now I will move the robot back to its place. As then it starts moving. Then from next step is which is in this case I will exactly do a line. So I will add waypoint, then click J on the top, and then I click P9. From there, next step will be is that I know 4 is directly above it. From that, then I type 4. From there, I add a new waypoint and click enter. Click down and new point and click linear. The next step, I will move to point 4. Then the down, which is I click the down arrow on the bottom, and then we're going to add a new waypoint. By adding a waypoint, and then I click linear, and then the next step I click P9 again, which is last instruction I just added, which is in the same place I picked up earlier. I click P3. Then from P3 I can see right before I backed it up. So I type 3 again. And then from that point I click enter. And that's how we set the position up to this place. And from there, the next point will be is that now that I set up the move waypoint, I set another one. I click end again. From the next point, the next step will be have to turn off the vacuum off now. So from that point, we move another hold and hold back down the cost. So we need to add another one and turn the section cup off. Now, after that, the next step will be turn the section cup off. So that's when we turn it off. Like the same thing I did before. And the next step will be that we add instruction, and then I click on, and then I add instruction, and then I click add RO. And I click RO so it could process to the next step. So next step is that I will click instruction again. So I tap in the touch pendant, and then next step is that I will need another 2, and by that I click the number pattern by using the number buttons, and that's how it will now processing to the next step is that right now I'll be using RO3. At this point, I will drop down the coaster. Now, to the next step is that I will click it off. From that point, add another move point. I'm going to have to use L on the touchpad. So I type L on the touchpad. And from that point, I call the one move point 4 and not 9. From now the next step, from 3, I will move back to the top, which I will know that is point 4. From the bottom of the box to the top. And then the next step is that I will change from 9 to 4. And then from there, I will try to run the program so the program can run efficiently. And then from there, it will pick up the place. The robot will be pick it up. And from there, shift and hit forward one more time. And from there, that the program will run efficiently by picking up the circle from the box and placing it on the other position of the box. And now it will pick it up with the vacuum on, and we'll pick it up back to its place. And there. And that's it. The program is done. And that's a picture of the program that has been used.